Yo, it's King of the Ring Boxing back again with a new video. Obviously I took a few days off because I've had a few personal issues, so not really had the opportunity to record any videos of any substance. And to be fair as well, the boxing news of late has been a bit dry. There's nothing really going on, mostly because of the pandemic, but as we go into the month of February, more fights are being scheduled and more fights are being put on. So yeah, expect me to upload regularly as I was prior to my mini break essentially. But yeah, Canelo Alvarez has signed a 2-fight deal with Matchroom. This is probably the worst time in Oscar De La Hoya's life, probably even worse than when those cross-dressing pictures got leaked. Actually, allegedly it's him, because he said it's Photoshop, so allegedly it's Oscar De La Hoya in those cross-dressing pics. Yeah, so if you're watching this, anyone from Golden Boy, Oscar yourself. I personally don't think it's you, but allegedly it's you. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. The first of the 2-fight deal is with is against Anvi Yildrim. Obviously it is a mandatory. I have seen people complaining about this fight, saying it's a bit of a shit fight, should be fighting high level opposition, but it is a mandatory, so you can't really blame Canelo for taking this. And also considering the year that Canelo had last year, obviously fighting Callum Smith, I think sort of like an easier fight than Callum Smith directly after him. I think we should let him have it. Obviously he made the Callum Smith fight look very easy, but yeah, we should, because he is going to fight Billy Joe Saunders after, which I will get onto later in this video. But yeah, so Anvi Yildrim, pretty much the perfect style Canelo likes to face. He likes to come forward, so he doesn't really have a back foot game, so it won't really cause Canelo problems like that, like for example with Erislandy Lara or Austin Trout. Won't really cause Canelo problems like that. So yeah, easy victory for Canelo. I reckon probably a stoppage in the 5th or 6th round maybe. But if Anvi Yildrim does last in that fight, I think if I was him, I'd see it as a win, just because of how stark the skill gap is between the two fighters. But yeah, another thing is as well that another benefit I see of this fight is that Turkey doesn't really tend to have that many top level fighters. I think Anvi Yildrim is probably the best boxer at the minute from that region. Obviously you got Ajit Kabayel, but he was born in Germany, he has German citizenship, Turkish roots, but someone who's actually Turkish, who lives in Turkey, who represents Turkey nationally. It's good for building his profile, because internationally he's not really that known. Obviously he's known in the US, Mexico, Britain, but in terms of expanding his global profile, I think this will do him wonders. The second part of the 2-fight deal will be against Billy Joe Saunders. And obviously this is the more interesting fight out of the two. So you've got two sides really. You've got the British side who claim that Billy Joe has the style to beat Canelo. They think he's too slick and Canelo won't be able to catch up. Then you've got the other side, which is the American-Mexican side, which would say that, Billy Joe Saunders, another British bum who's going to get pinged by Canelo, like we saw with Callum Smith, like we saw with his brother Paul Smith, like we saw with Amir Khan. Like, this is just another Euro bomb who's going to get rolled over. For me, obviously, Canelo has had problems with sort of slick, sort of technical boxers in the past. So if we look at the Erislandy Lara fight, people said Lara got robbed, but let's be honest, he just ran around the ring. I think Canelo did deserve that win. It did show that there was a few sort of problems that style caused Canelo, and I would say that Billy Joe Saunders currently is probably operating at a higher level than Erislandy Lara was in that fight back then. I know Billy Joe's last couple of fights are nothing to go off, because he got rocked by Shefat Asufi, which was a title fight in Stevenage, and that last fight he had on the undercard, I think, of a YouTube boxing match, I forget which one, but he looked underwhelming, very underwhelming. But I do believe that Billy Joe is the sort of guy who steps his game up when the opposition steps up. So for example, like he did with David Lemieux, made David Lemieux look like an amateur, like it made him look very silly. Will he be able to do that to Canelo? No. But will he be able to give Canelo problems? Yes. Do I expect Billy Joe Saunders to win? No, because I think that Canelo, after the two Golovkin fights, whether you have him to Canelo or whether you have him to Golovkin is irrelevant. I think they could have got, both fights could have gone either way. The levels that Canelo has gone up since those two fights, I think that it'll be too much for Billy Joe. I think Billy Joe might look good in a few rounds, but eventually I think Canelo will wear him down, and I don't know whether he stops him, but I think he gets it on points. But I don't think it'll be like a Canelo points decision. I think it'll be a proper legitimate points decision, and yeah, I just see Canelo winning. Obviously I do give Billy Joe like a 40% chance. I can't see it because you can't really base it. Everyone who says Billy Joe can win that fight is just basing it off what they think Billy Joe can do, not what he's done previously. And I'm going to base it off a bit of both. So I think he can raise up his levels, but he hasn't shown that previously apart from the David Lemieux fight. Billy Joe causes him some problems, but I think Canelo goes 2 for 2 in this two match deal with Matchroom. So what do you guys think? Do you think Canelo will have some problems with Billy Joe? I just don't see it, but let me know in the comments below. Obviously, like, share, comment, subscribe. Remember, each subscription helps this channel, and each comment helps this channel. Keep interacting with me. I'm very grateful for that. But yes, King of the Ring Boxing. I'm out.